And you went from that committee to the planning?
I didn't. I went to other committees. There was a comprehensive committee that was in 2000. I was put on that. There was a recreation advisory committee. They were looking for other places to put soccer fields for kids. That was a big push to look for more soccer areas for the. They had done Montauk had Lions Field. They wanted another one closer on the East End, which ended up on Stephen Hand's Path. So, which is, you can't even see it from the road. It's at where the development center is, Child Development Center.
Oh.
If you go up that same driveway,
yes.
Development Center is on the right and the soccer fields are on the left. So,
well, it certainly is well hidden.
It is well hidden, and it was a good job. It really was, and you know, Pete Hammerly was on the board at the time that really helped kind of get that whole project through. So you start to get involved with all the different players, and that's really what drove me into politics. I think it was the time that we needed to save and look at and really consider and plan. So there was a lot of pressure. You know, the crazy 90s was, and the end of the 80s, there was a lot of pressure, and then towards the end of the 90s, you know, houses were turning over. There was so much development that was happening, houses being torn down, huge houses being put up that were from practically, you know, lot line to lot line. So there was some, so we did change how, you know, lots would be. The size of your house was now geared to the lot, not geared to just come in 15 feet or come in 20 feet. So it was helpful.
But that was when you were on the planning board, am I correct?
That was before. Then I was put on the planning board in 2003.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of these things were taking place, but I was very involved in helping those things happen so that we didn't have, you know, part of the thing that's beautiful out here is the light, and to start, you know, making houses so close together that nobody gets to appreciate that. The artists came here for the light. We all come here for the light. It changes, it's beautiful. You don't want to crowd it out by putting these monstrous homes on tiny lots and kind of crowding out that feeling, including getting rid of trees to be able to do that, that feeling of that you're in a forest. You get a feeling of you're at New England at the beach, which is, you know, unique and different than Fire Island, which you really know you're at a beach community. You can be in different locations and never know you're at a beach community in East Hampton.
You're absolutely right.
And that's what's so special.
Yes, and it is very different than the Fire Island feeling, which is beach and beach from you know, May to October.
Right.
And then the boats don't run anyway.
And then
so you're stuck.
You're stuck.
You can't go there.
So, but you can here, and it's a different. So it's a community of a different feel, and the year-round community is different than the summer community.
Right.
And that was what was so special about having my kids in school here, that you got involved in that year-round community, and there are different needs, different things that have to happen in a year-round community than that happen for, you know, keeping that summer community still wanting to come out. And there's a great balance.
Yes, and that is important.
That is very
every
important.
time I'm on the road and I'm passing those bikers, I absolutely make sure that they're having the complete road to bike, because I say, I know that you're contributing to the economy of my town.
Absolutely.
And I'm very considerate of that. Of course, I hope they're also very considerate of us.
And, you know, I hope so. I mean, one of the things, and this is something that has been said relatively recently, meeting some people from, and including my husband actually, who are from Long Island, but not East Hampton. They are from Up Island. And they come out and say, well, I'm here because my town used to look like this, and it doesn't anymore.
Indeed.
And so there is a real need to keep that good balance that we have in East Hampton and make sure that that continues.
It's like standing with your hands against the tidal wave to keep us from not becoming Nassau County.
If we have good planning, if we have a good code, and I think our code, our East Hampton Town code, is really one of the best. And although people complain about it, you can find the answer to almost every question in that code. You may not find it exactly in the place you think it should be, but it's there. And it's so we have a good code, we have a great comprehensive plan. If we follow these guidelines that have been given to us, these tools that we've got, the local water revitalization plan too, I don't want to leave that out, are all really good tools to help us keep East Hampton kind of in that balance where people want to come out here, people want to see it, people want to be part of it. Right. And, you know, if we lose that specialness of this place.
And a lot of time and energy of a lot of people went into all of those.
Yes, they did.
All of those codes and that we have developed over the years. Well, not me. I'm a newcomer, unfortunately. But and so, as a candidate for the town board, and what are your special things that you're going to be looking to? Well, what's your vision for our town?
Well, our vision is pretty much what we've been talking about, is that we keep that really good balance of what we've always had and what people before us have really fought for. I think East Hampton is in trouble, and that we have a town board that is disassembling a lot of the important issues, including, you know, the first time that in my memory of being here, we've had a downzoning, which means we've increased our density. And, you know, again, we've got to be careful. We've been upzoning for so many years, and all of a sudden to have this downzoning, it was a complete surprise. You know, they've looked at rezoning, spot zoning, commercial properties, engaged in that. A community house, Fort Pond House, was closed. And, you know, it's where Boy Scouts were meeting, where concerned citizens of Montauk were meeting. They've closed it down.
I was taking classes there in writing with Tom Clavin, so I know that
So
area.
It was a community house that we don't have, because they wanted to sell that asset. And that asset also gave us, you know, it was access